This is 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
I'm sorry, my friend. Low propagation. Low propagation. I'm sorry, my friend. This is 91 Kilo Papa India 911.
Kilo Papa India 911, 91 Kilo Papa India 911 Indonesia. This is 9 Alpha Tango 791, 9 Alpha Tango 791 on the Gulf Islands, North Pacific.
9 Alpha Tango, 9 Alpha Tango, QCI 27545, QCI 545.
QSY. How about that 91 Kilo Papa India 911 Indonesia? This is 9 Alpha Tango 791 Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada. Yeah, 91 Alpha Tango, or 91 Kilo Papa India, 911 Indonesia, 9 Alpha Tango, 791 Gulf Islands, North Pacific, Pacific coast of Canada. It's changed now. Changed, man, that's a bummer. All right, my friend, thanks for the comeback there. Yeah, looks like propagation's changed a little bit there. Hey, you have a good day out there in Indonesia, and happy DXing. 91 Kilo Papa India 911, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Cheers and 73s.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello. 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands on the side.
Yeah, copy, Joe, over.
Yeah, who do we have there?
Yeah, 113, over.
Oh, 113, 43 Alpha Tango 113.
Yeah, copy, mate. Just walking the room. I've been trying a bit of plumbing this morning, but it's not working, mate. So I thought I'd talk on the radio instead, over.
Yeah, well, good on you, man. I've been out in the garden most of the day, so I kind of feeling guilty in here right now. But I just worked at Indonesia station. He came back to me, but then the propagation kind of dropped out of there. But I got a good Q5 on you. You're coming in about 7 and 9 from Australia.
Yeah, you're S9, yeah. Well, just maybe just a bit shy of S9, but very good signal, Joe. Like I said, I'm just trying to stop a leaky tap in the bathroom. Just swapping out the washers and all that. And I think the seat's a bit crooked, and I've tried to ream it out before with a little doohickey, and it's not working. So it looks like I'm up for a whole new, what do you call it? Tap bass sort of thing. Yeah, more money at Bunnings, brother.
Yeah, that was something. Hey, that was something. That'll keep you busy and out of trouble for a while. But hey, in the meantime there, you can work a little DX. You're my first South Pacific contact of the day. I was kind of in and out of the radio room for throughout the day because, like I say, wife and I have been out gardening today. Beautiful day here. It's sitting around 19 degrees Celsius for a shade temp and blue sky and sun. I'm sure it's probably warmer where you are there, QSL.
Oh, it's, what is it, around 24, 25 degrees at the moment. And, no, it's just, yeah, it's a nice day. A bit of rain. I think I was mentioning the other day we got out on the motorbike sometime last week there, and it was a gorgeous day, but ever since then it's been rather ordinary with the weather. But anyway, today's not too bad. We did a bit of tree pruning last night on dusk. Some low slung branches that have just got too big and in the way, so a bit of that around the back veranda and things like that, mate.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been busy, and hey, riding the bike, that's a good thing too. I got to get my bike out on the road. We're heading to Alaska next weekend. So we're going to be out of here just for a week, just a cruise up there. But I think when I get back, the weather's nice enough now. I should actually get that bike on the road, because there's a lot of bikes on the road, and every time I see one cruise by, I want that to be me there, QSL.
Yeah, well, we've been waiting for autumn for all these months, you know, after such a crappy summer, so full of rain flooding and things like that. So it's just, this is our favourite season. I've said it enough times, and we're just trying to make the most of it when the fine days come around, you know. Got that fine day last week, and we just dropped everything and jumped on the scoots, mate.
Good for you, man. That's the way to do it, man. Live life and enjoy it. We go bike riding a lot, bicycle riding. We both have these e-bikes, but we were off island riding the other day. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the bike because Wendy does like to ride on the back, and it's something we both enjoy to do. And we do a lot of off-island rides. We take the ferry off of our island about 20 minutes, head over to Vancouver Island, and we cruise around out there, maybe stop for a bite to eat and just enjoy the scenery, QSL.
Copy, mate. Do you do all your own servicing and stuff on it?
Oil changes and stuff like that, yeah.
Good on you, mate. I guess it'll be a bit difficult to find a shop where you are,
Yeah, there's no shop here, unfortunately. There's one over on Vancouver Island. And if something serious goes wrong, then I'd actually have to take it over there. So I'm not a Harley mechanic, but oil changes, spark plugs and stuff like that, the basic stuff. And I put lots of chrome on it. That's pretty basic too.
Yeah, well, Harley's pretty basic, like, anyway, very good, very good. Yeah, when you're out in the sticks a little bit, you have to learn to do things yourself, mate.
Exactly. Yeah, there's nothing much here. No motorcycle shops. There used to be a guy that worked on Harleys, and get him to do a few things on mine. He put a new back tire on my Sportster I used to have, but he's long gone now. So, yep, there's nothing here. We are out on the sticks, man. This place, we don't even have traffic lights on this island, QSL.
You're way in front. When we lived up in the far northwest in a town that never had traffic lights either and all that. And I think it's all changed now. If I ever went back up, it's been 20 years, you know, since we moved down here. And if we went back there now, probably changed a lot. What is the population on your particular island, though?
Yes, here on Salt Spring Island. So we're on Salt Spring Island in the Southern Gulf Islands. Around 10,500 or so. And the island itself is about, I'm going to say, in miles, it's 16.7 miles long. So we got to figure that out in kilometers now. But anyway, it's a fair size island. It's very mountainous and hilly there, QSL.
I didn't think it was. I don't know why. I just had this vision that it was flatter.
No. It's mountains and hills from one end to the other, man. So we live on the very northern point. And the highest mountain here is 2,300, about 2,300 feet. But yeah, it's some deep valleys and lots of hills and lots of mountains.
Oh, that's good, man. Did you get out in the bush a bit, do a bit of bushwalking and stuff?
Yeah, well, we go, we have 11 lakes here, and then we do go down to the beach. We have some beautiful beaches here as well. But boating, I have a little 6-foot rowboat. I don't use that much. I used to take it in the lakes. We have a couple of kayaks. Haven't used those yet much either. So, but we're always so busy doing other things. But, it's a laid-back place. Put it that way. Very, very laid back. People move here and think it's going to be great, and they just can't handle the island life. It's too laid back, too quiet, so they got to move off.
Mate, that's what I miss. We're a lot more populated area here. I'm still out in the bush, but we get a lot of tourists come through here, and the traffic through. We just had Easter, and it's Anzac weekend, another long weekend this weekend, and so the tourists have been going mad, mate, coming up from down south and that, so yeah, it's a lot different to where we used to live. But anyway, do you go? Is there much fishing to be had around you?
Oh, absolutely, you betcha, man. Yeah, there's charters out here, whale watching, and of course fishing. They'll take you out for salmon, lingcod, and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, there's lots of fish boats around here, and then down at the marina, down at the docks there, the salmon boat will come in, the prawn boat, the shrimp boat, the tuna boats. So you can always get fresh seafood there on the docks too.
Oh yeah, do you eat a lot of seafood?
Absolutely, man. I love salmon and halibut. Love halibut. Halibut, you got to go out to the far west coast of Vancouver Island. That's where you're going to get the halibut. But yeah, I love it. And oysters too. Our beaches are covered. Oysters, clams, mussels, crab, you name it, it's here.
Oh wow, man, I miss that. It sounds fantastic. It's all being fished out here. Way too many fishing rods on tourist cars going up to the coast over the years has stuffed it up.
That's too bad. You know, once in a while we get people come over and do the same thing. You get tourists and they just kind of take everything off the beach. I'm talking about shellfish harvesting and of crabs too, right? And you're supposed to have a license to actually do it. A lot of these guys don't. They just kind of rape the beaches.
Oh, okay. Do you have inspectors that sort of police it a little bit?
Once in a while they do come over, the Department of Fisheries. And if they catch you doing that without a license, they'll seize your vehicle, seize everything you got, man. They're pretty hardcore.
Oh, go on, man. Everybody knows it's you're responsible for your actions.
Absolutely. I say the same thing. You know what I mean? If you don't have a license and you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing out there, well, there are consequences.
Imagine if everybody, all those 10,000 people on your island went out and grabbed or helped themselves to that shellfish whenever they felt like and however number they wished. There wouldn't be much shellfish left soon enough, brother.
That exactly right. So harvesting oysters here, the limit is 12. You know, and I watched on the news there about 2 months ago on Vancouver Island, this guy harvested 365 oysters. And thank God they got them. The oysters, he hadn't taken them out of the shells yet. They're in the back of his truck. And they put them all back on the beach, but they gave him a very big fine, some tourist. So no license either.
Oh, okay, fine, yeah. You got the authorities have got to nail, what do you call, really hammer home the punishment. Otherwise, people aren't going to take any notice of it.
Exactly. So a small fine of what, $500 is nothing. What they got to do, sometimes they'll actually even seize your vehicle too.
Good stuff. Sell it at auction and use the proceeds to help police the fisheries.
Absolutely. So when I go down to our beach and I got a license, I'll harvest about 12 oysters and I shuck them right on the beach because the oysters reproduce more oysters when you leave those shells on the beach. So I always leave the shells on the beach and take the oysters away. That's what I do. Take the inside away and leave the shells on the beach.
Do you ever cook up a fish on the beach and that sort of thing on an open fire, cook in the coals?
No, but that would be good, man. That would be yummy.
Yeah, I used to do that up north, but of course there's no fish here, but we still have I think I mentioned before, we got our fire pit out the back here. And we cook up all manner of meat in it, not fish so much, but beef roasts and lamb roasts, chooks and things like that on the coals. And so it's a great night out, just 10 metres from the back door.
That's the best way, man. That is awesome. And actually, we do have a fire pit here. Unfortunately, in the summertime, they ban fires because it gets so tinder dry on this island. It's they're worried about forest fires, but we're still okay. We can still have like our fire pit going with a screen on it as long as no sparks get out. But yeah, I got to try that sometime. That would be good.
Yeah, we just used old rocks and made a sort of like a half moon sort of thing there and to keep it all less wind intrusion and. Yeah, just all the crap wood I've got around my block. I've got so many trees and that, and I just use all the crap wood. People get carried away with all those hardwoods burning and stuff for the heat. I find you don't need much of that sort of thing to crank up a 9-quart camp oven. You just got to keep it fed, that's all, and I've got plenty of crap wood to feed it with. It's a good evening. We just sit around on the chairs, have a couple of quiet bourbons or beers, depending where you feel like, nothing much, and just watch the stars.
That's the way to do it, man, and I'm the same way. I'll burn anything. I don't care. As long as it burns, it's dry wood. You got some hot embers in there. You get that fire hot enough, and then it burns down to the embers. That's that good heat, and you can cook anything on your on the fire pit there. So, yeah, you got me going, man. I'm going to have to try it.
Yeah, like a camp oven that you get from a camping store or whatever, supply store, and they don't cost much, mate. It's a cast iron thing, and 9 quarts the ideal size, and it'll handle your roasts and for a couple of years, and maybe even more. But a good sized chookie as well, and then halfway through the time, everything's normally about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. And halfway through that hour and a half, we open up the lid and chuck in some veggies, you know, spuds and sweet potato and stuff like that. And yeah, it comes up a treat.
You're bloody making me hungry, mate. You're making me hungry. I haven't had dinner yet, and it's getting about that time. It's already 5:45 here. It's just about 6 o'clock. We have a barbecue. We do a lot of barbecue, but you know what? Right outside my Radio Shack door is a really nice fire pit brick. It's got the nice screen on it and everything, man. I got to do that. I got to cook some up. Got to do some corn. Could do some potatoes, and my wife loves lamb chops.
Yep. Now all that handles it. We've even made pizza in the camp oven. We flip it over and put the pizza onto the lid and then the base on top, if you can understand. And yeah, pizza comes out cracking, man.
That is awesome. Pizza, wow. Because we make homemade pizza in the oven, but man, that sounds a lot better the way you do it.
Yeah, it's all experimental and stuff. I've cooked all stews but the best is a roast. Because, you know, the leftovers last for a few days. When we went out on the bikes the other day, we just had leftover camp oven beef, and we just made them into burger, you know, homemade burgers, and stuck them in the saddlebags and bloody whip them at them.
That sounds bloody amazing, man. That sounds really good, man. You sound like a good cook. I'll do a roast in the crock pot, and I'll let it simmer in there for 8 hours. And I actually put 2 cans of beer in there with it to make it really tender. So I slow cook that roast, prime rib roast, for about 8 hours in there. And I put the veggies and everything there. It's like, oh God, it's like melt in your mouth.
Yeah, that sounds really good, man. It's great when you can get it falling off. Just coming away. The meat just comes away really easy. Yeah, you're doing well, mate.
Thank God I'm not a vegetarian, QSL.
Yeah, Monty was a vegetarian for a while, but she got sick of me eating all that scrummy meat, mate.
I know somebody like that too. He eats lots of meat and she's a vegetarian.
Who's that? Sorry, John?
A friend of mine. He eats lots of meat and she's a vegetarian.
It's like a bodybuilder. He's dieting for a competition, but he'll go into the store and eat a pack of biscuits in the aisle so he doesn't buy them, and he says he's never had any.
That is so true.
Oh, mate used to do that. It was crazy. Anyway, just outdoor cooking, mate. You know, even the barbecue, I refuse to use a gas barbecue. I'll have an open fire and just, you know, grill them on an old oven racks, mate. I sort of made up and grill out of that.
That's the best way to, you know, one of my cousins is a chef, and I remember going to his place for a barbecue, and it was briquettes, but actually he was using cherry wood to cook this thing. He says he'll never use a gas barbecue. He's totally old school and uses the old school barbecue.
Yeah. Open fire just it's a certain taste, you know. Same with the camp oven. We'll crack the lid at about 2/3 the way through the cook, so not long after we put the veggies in. What's called crack the lid, meaning just open up the gap and put some wire hooks in over the edge of the camp oven. Just 3 of them, and it leaves a little gap in the camp oven, and it helps to burn crispy. The meat goes crispy, and so does the spuds and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. That is fabulous. Well, I'm going to be hopefully heading up fishing up to 70 miles. It's about once I get off our island, it's about a 5-hour drive up into the interior of our province, and we go lake fishing for rainbow trout. And you know what? That's what we got to do. We got to cook some of those rainbow trout over an open fire, because there is a fire pit up there, and I bet you they'd be delicious.
Oh wow, that'd be really cool. I miss fishing. I really do miss fishing. Mud crabs. Used to go for mud crabs in the estuaries here, and they were huge. And yeah, you could just catch fish off the beach or off the rocks, depending what you wanted, and you know, just with a hand line. It was so good up there. None of that here, mate. So you need an expensive boat to get it over the bar and out into the open sea to catch anything, you know?
Yeah, QSL. Well, you know, I go to Maui a lot, and actually when I was on the island of Oahu, there was these guys who would set these crab traps down in the Alawai Canal. So I got talking to this Hawaiian guy, and I says, what are you catching in here? And he says, mud crabs. He says they're mud crabs in there, so I didn't know they had them in Australia too.
Oh yeah, they're bloody huge, mate, up north. I guess they're getting all fished out a bit too now these days. This was 20 years ago. And you can just go up the coast from our PDH and catch them and haul them up, and they were huge, mate, absolutely huge, real on.
Oh man, they're good. I love crab meat. We throw the crab trap across the street and we catch the rock crab, red rock crab, which is good. If you go a little bit farther out to Sandy Bottom, then we get the Dungeness, and they're big crab, the big Dungeness.
It sounds like you've still got quite a bit of marine resource here for the home fishermen, so to speak, domestic fishermen. That's great, mate. You're in a good spot. I'd really, I'd be reticent to move anywhere anytime soon, mate.
Yeah, if they decide to, restrict our food, the government or something like that, doing their crazy stuff like they always do, there's lots of hunting here too, lots of deer. No shortage of deer and rabbit.
Oh, wow, on your island, deer and rabbit what was it called? Your island, have they got them on there?
Oh, tons of them. Salt Spring Island, like Table Salt and Bouncy Spring. Salt Spring Island. Oh, God, so many deer here, man. See them every day.
And, you've got no parasites in them? You could shoot, well, I don't know if you're allowed to shoot them, but are you allowed to shoot them and eat them? A lot of things like pigs and that, they've got parasites in them, and you can't eat them. You have to sort of corral them for a little while and sort of feed the pigs out of the parasite it leaves if you corral them up for a little while.
Yeah, no parasites, man. Good deer meat. I've eaten lots of it. I've never hunted them, but I have friends that hunt them with bow hunters. And, oh, man, no, it's good meat, man. You'd love it.
I love all that stuff, but anyway. All right, Joe, I'll let you carry on and work some other chucks. I'm going to go back and the bloody tap's still leaking. I've swapped out about 3 different washers on it, so I think I'm just going to have to buy a whole new base for it. Anyway, I'll go and see how much it's leaking, mate. I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for the nice chat.
All right, man. That was a pleasure to talk with you. And I see conditions are changing now, but you know what? The whole QSO, you're blasting in about 20 over. So just slamming and shaking the Radio Shack. Hey, good luck with your project there. And you've made me very hungry now, so it's time for me to fix some dinner. So we're going to say cheers and beers and 73s to you. Until next time, my friend. 43 Alpha Tango, 113 Australia. 9 Alpha Tango, 791 waving.
Go and start a fire out in the backyard, man, and crank it up over the coals. You'll love it. Cheers.
Thanks, buddy. Good QSO.